No issues. This
Thank you,
recording is
sir.
already available, these topics. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, come to this Cassandra. Cassandra is good for columnar search, columnar store database. Such kind of functionality I want. That's why, like, what I do, I will extract data from Cassandra and I will reload into, I will process. That means process means transformations. Transform results I can reload into Cosmos. Again, streaming. Directly, my ADF cannot extract the data from the streaming sources. For the, to capture the streaming data, I have Azure streaming here. So in this way, now I am a data engineer, you are a data engineer. When compared with the traditional ETL developer, what is the difference between traditional ETL developer, I mean old ETL developer, and nowadays latest, this data engineer? Why they are calling you as data engineer? That means some additional responsibilities are there with you. Some additional skill set is required to you for a data engineer. What are those? You should be able to fetch, able to work with structural data like RDBMS, and also non-structured like NoSQL data. And also nowadays, a lot of data is keep streaming. Nowadays, these streams are very dangerous. Previously, olden days, the streams are coming like a drop by drop, like a water drops. But nowadays, these not like a drops, these are like a tsunami. If tsunami attacked you, by which you will capture that water? Drop by drop, with your hand you can capture. Okay, from a tap water is coming, with a glass you can capture. Come on, now directly tsunami is coming to you, by which you will capture that data. Now it's a world of data tsunami. Understood this? Already I told you example of LinkedIn. Very olden days back, only 2013 only, for the LinkedIn, 3 trillion transactions per 10 seconds. 3 trillion transactions per 10 seconds. In LinkedIn, if you like a post, that is one transaction. If you dislike, that is one transaction. If you post an article, that is one transaction. If you add a friend, that is one transaction. In this way, many transactions. For 10 seconds, 3 trillion transactions means for 18 minutes, for 1 minute, 18 trillion transactions. Even I am not sure how many zeros per a trillion, that many number of transactions are happening. Got it? If really that kind of transactional frequency, that kind of logs are keep generating, by which system you will capture it? Now I need a special system. With how much speed the streams are generated, with that much speed I should be able to capture. Got it? A small example, attack time is 5 seconds, escape time is 5 minutes. What will happen? Attack time 5 seconds, escape time 5 minutes. They will kill you. If attack time 5 seconds, escape time 2 seconds, then you can survive. Understood? Like this, in 5 seconds, 5 terabyte of data worth of logs or streams are generated. Within that 5 seconds, you should be able to capture all the things. Stream delivery output is 5 seconds, 5 terabyte, but your capturing, your receiving capacity is 5 terabyte in 1 hour. How much data will be kept in queue there? Understand the point, sir? That is a dangerous activity for our running systems. We need a solution with how much speed the streams are generated. With that much speed, with a high rate of speed, the streams should be captured and then processed. For that, you need streaming systems, streaming capturing systems. Previously, in the case of Spark, you have a special product called Spark Streaming, special component. Got it? Same thing in Azure, the replacement of the Spark Streaming, that is Azure Stream. Azure Stream. Got it? This Azure Streaming to capture live streams, high speed streams, you can say, to capture high speed streams. And also additional responsibility to perform micro batches. These micro batches are used for near real-time analytics. Not real-time, near real-time. So what is batch process? First you need to understand. What is batch process? What is online process? Online process means user interactive applications. You are withdrawing money from your ATM or means you are giving some input, right? User is giving some input. By taking user input, application is responding to you. That is interactive application. All online applications are user interactive. But there are many applications which are batch applications. Generally, online applications are working with every transaction is working with one or a few records. But batch applications are working with bunch of records. Example, bank statement. Every month your bank is giving you every month bank statement. The bank statement is only for you, for all the customers. For all the customers. Understand? That too, that batch process is scheduled every month ending or every month beginning, like that. On that way, some jobs will be running every day night. Some jobs will be running every weekend. Suppose I need weekly sales report. Every Friday night I will be running that. You need daily sales report. Daily night by 9 PM you will be running that. Our entire ETL or ELT process comes under batch process. Use of non-interactive applications. Online applications are taking input from user. Batch applications are taking input from databases or files or some other devices. But these batches before days, these batches are running every day night or every week once, every quarterly once, every yearly once, like that. But nowadays requirement is there for every 5 seconds what is happening. For every 10 seconds what is happening, especially YouTube is interested on that. Your Amazon is interested on that. Every 10 seconds what is happening. That's why if you really observe the Amazon, if you are a regular user of the Amazon, if you keep navigating Amazon products, in the morning if you log in, your recommendations are different. In the afternoon your recommendations are different. Again in the night your recommendations are different. But tomorrow night again your recommendations are different. Same user. But why tomorrow the recommendations are changing? Because your tastes and preferences are changing. How they know that? How they know that? You are not calling to Amazon and you are not saying anything like I am interested in this, I am interested in this. But Amazon is tracking your mindset. Amazon is understanding where you are interested, where you are not interested. Even Amazon will guess you are a time pass user or real user. Even I can guess my students like who are real knowledge seeker, who are dummy seekers, who attends only demo. Even I can guess. How we know? How Amazon knows? How Google knows? Everything, sir. As you are navigating the things into the application, that will be recorded. Your navigational patterns are recorded into web logs. Understand the point, sir? Those will be recorded into web logs. Web log comes under streaming data. You need not to sign up. You just open any page, a log record is generated. The logs are keep generating the data. That kind of data is called streaming. Within that, at what time, what type of page, on which page you spend more time. Okay. Based on that, some analytics processes they will be running. They will identify, okay, you are most interested about this kind of category of products. Again, some other user is mostly interested about other kind of category of the products. Got it? On that way, they will build their own recommendation systems. But these recommendation systems are generating reports not every day night. Every 10 seconds, they are running this process. First 10 seconds, for 10 seconds worth of data, they will capture immediately for 10 seconds worth, they will apply. They will apply batch process. The time period between batch to batch is very teeny, very small. That's why this is called micro batch. This is not called real time, near real time. Got it? Suppose if some event happened now, immediately you need live analytics, that is called real time. But real time analytics is not possible. Real time transaction possible, but real time analytics is not possible. That's why we are at least trying to be close to the real time. That is by the way of near real time process. The near real time analytics will happen by the process called micro batch. Azure streaming supports two things. That means Azure streaming does two things. Number one, capturing high-speed streams. Number two, performs near real-time analytics using micro batch service. Understand? You can configure what is the interval between batch to batch, 10 seconds or 10 minutes, you can your wish. Okay, generally Amazon kind of organizations, they put 5 to 10 seconds. YouTube, 1 hour back YouTube recommendation different, after 1 hour the same YouTube recommendation is different to use. Understand the points? So because previously user taste and preferences, to change user taste, there will be some lag of time. But nowadays, in the latest generation, the users, especially youth, changing the tastes minute to minute. Morning, you like some X product. Evening, you don't like that X product. Evening, you are liking some other product. Got this point, sir? That's why with how quick you are changing your mindset, that much quick they need to understand your mindset. Then only they can do their better business in this competitive world. Understood? So it's about streaming. And one more last product is pending for us for our discussion. That is Azure Key Vault. This Azure Key Vault is for like for security of your credential details. Generally, user ID password, that is one basic credential. But you are a single user in our organization, you are working with hundreds of applications. Understand? You are the user number one, but you are working with hundreds of applications. Again, for each application to application, your user ID password can be different. This is just for individual point of view. Think in organization point of view. Like you, how many users are there? As an individual, this is your problem. Even as an individual, morning one Zoom ID and evening one Zoom ID, even I am forgetting my user ID and password. Understand the point, sir? Okay, here I am a simple man. That's why I'm maintaining my credentials into the Notepad or Excel. Company's organization point of view, that to cloud point of view, that to security point of view, that kind of Notepad credential details, is it recommended? That is not recommended. You need a special system for that. Because a lot of SAS keys, a lot of what you call policy keys, service principal keys, lot of public keys and private keys. In this way, many things you need to maintain for the security purpose. All these details will be stored and tracked from Azure Key Vault. Understand? Generally, mostly admins will be using that Key Vault. You need not worry about it. Okay? They will give you access with your subscription of Azure. Your account details will be tracked into Azure Key Vault. Whenever you are trying to access one application from the Azure Key Vault, that will do authentication. If that authentication correct, then only you can access that particular service. Otherwise, you cannot access. Understand? So basically, like admins will be using that Key Vault. You need not worry. So if you know all these products, you will become, especially in Azure data engineer. You can say, you can announce yourself as full stack data engineer. But full stack data engineer means in one day you cannot become. There are two-stage process. First step, become ADF engineer. Okay. Next step, become Databricks. Of course, Cosmos DB is required for phase 1 and phase 2. No need to learn entire Cosmos DB, but you have to learn how to extract data from Cosmos DB. You need not to learn entire SQL, but you need to learn how to extract data from my Azure SQL and how to write into Synapse SQL. Azure SQL, Azure Synapse, both are SQL oriented, right? Both are RDBMS category, but one for OLTP, another one for data warehouse. Now you tell me, small questions. It's not like an interview, just to test your understanding. What are the different varieties of data? Structured, unstructured, semi-structured. Okay. So data can be classified into these 3 types. I'm just giving you some, I explain my requirement, you do classification. Okay. Sir, I'm running a training center. Presently, I'm dealing with 4 courses. Course 1, ADF. Course 2, data science. Course 3, Tableau. Course 4, Power BI. Okay. So my users wants to see all these details directly from the website. Tomorrow, one more faculty introduced to me. I want to launch that course also. Again, next month, another 2 courses I want to launch. After 3 months, I want to remove this ADF. I want to go for other. This is my requirement. Already my admin staff is there. Whatever the courses we said, they will be adding the courses. Whatever courses we said, they will be deleting those courses. And sometimes updation of the course is also required to me. Now currently the course fees is 15,000. Tomorrow I want to change it to 20,000. Or else day after tomorrow I want to bring it back to the 5,000. Course details to be changed. This is what my requirement. What database you recommend to perform operations? You are a data engineer now. That to senior data engineer now. That to architect level. Please, sir. This is my requirement. I want to use cloud.
RDBMS is enough, sir?
Yes, RDBMS is enough. Okay. RDBMS is enough. Because why? Because why RDBMS okay is for this? Course 1, there are some attributes. Attributes are fixed for course 1. Course 2, attributes fixed. Course 3, course 4, course 5. Tomorrow, future courses. Maybe Google. Tomorrow, I will launch a course called Google Data Engineer. Then AWS Data Engineer. These will be my 2 new courses. But still, attributes same, right? What is the course title? What is the duration? The course title, duration, trainer name. Okay, like this. 1 minute. Okay, definitely, as you said, my requirement will be solved by RDBMS. Okay. Okay, sir. Now I want to run some online sales application. Product catalog. I'm not a manufacturer. I'm a broker. Broker with different manufacturers and customers. You are a TV manufacturer, some other one is laptop manufacturer, some other one is a book publisher. Even including training centers also I want to tie up. Training also one of my product. Tomorrow I want to do the sales. Still here, I want to maintain my product catalog. Previously course catalog I maintained, now product catalog I want to maintain. Now what database you recommend? NoSQL database you recommend. Why NoSQL? Especially in the second example. In the second example, why you recommended me NoSQL? Forget about complex or simple. Product to product attributes changing or not?
Yes.
Product to product attributes are changing. Whatever attributes are there for the laptop, that attributes are invalid for invalid for another product like a book or TV or something. Again, mobile attributes different, laptop attributes different. In this way, many. Even sir, the purpose is only profiles. Purpose is profile of human. Again, country to country attributes will be changed. Do you agree this? Suppose if you are Indian, what identity I am asking, sir? Aadhaar card. If I ask the Aadhaar card for American, what he will do, sir? If I ask Aadhaar card, what American will reply to me? Understand? Very simple, funny question for you. You are Mr. Ravi. You are Indian. I am asking you, are you married? Your answer is single. Your answer is single. Okay, valid. Okay, next question to Mr. Giri. I am asking him, are you married? He said yes. Can I ask him how many kids you have? He replied me, yes. Are you married is my question. Giri replied to me, yes. Can I ask Giri how many kids you have? Yes. Can I ask him how many wives do you have? No, because he is Indian. No chance of multiple wives. Understand the point, sir? But in some countries, that is valid. Based on the profile, based on the country, attribute is changing or not? One attribute is invalid for India. Same attribute can be valid for other country. Understood this point, sir? In this way, even though you are talking about profiles, even though you are talking about product, profile to product, profile, attribute changing, product to product, the attribute changing, the dynamic content is required here. That's why no SQL. Okay, this is my second question. Third question, my data volume is very big, sir. Daily approximately 5 terabyte of data I'm getting. Okay. Not my requirement, my organization requirement. Average daily 5 terabyte I'm getting. Every week my manager needs sales report. Product wise sales report every Friday night he needs. Got it. Now recommend me database. Average sales volume per day 5 terabyte. But my manager not interested every day. Okay, every day. It doesn't matter. If it is every day, every night he wants. Every night by 10 PM, he needs some status. For product one, how much sales done? For product two, how much sales done? Today, what are the top 3 products which gave highest sales? All these kind of summary reports, summary results he needs. Now, what you want me to use? Sir, online team, you please tell. Your classroom team is silent. Did you understand my requirement? Okay, Balakrishna has replied here, Azure data lake. Better not going for Azure data lake. Still better solution I will give you. Partially correct. Sir, first of all, you tell me. I said daily sales transactions are happening. Daily 5 terabyte data is coming. Where that 5 terabyte data, where the transactions are stored? Where the transactions are stored, in OLTP or in data warehouse? In OLTP, in the beginning, all the transactions are stored in OLTP. Okay, I migrated to cloud. In my cloud, what is my OLTP system? Azure SQL.
Yeah.
One more option. Azure.
Azure data lake. Data lake. Cosmos.
Azure Cosmos. Both are options for me. Now, I want to dump the data into Azure data lake. How I can extract? I will use ADF. Using ADF, I will connect with Azure SQL or Cosmos DB. Think that my client is expecting this report by 10 p.m. Daily by 7, I will run this process. Okay. I started extracting. Maybe by 8, my extraction process is completed. Data is dumped into data lake. Understood? And after that, again I use ADF. I perform transformations. What transformations? Aggregate transformations. Okay, before that, before performing aggregation transformation, what I required? I required data clean. The data cleaning I do with ADF. Once data extracted into data lake, up to data lake, what has happened? Extract, load happened. I'm cleaning the data means that is transformation or not. And I'm performing aggregation means that is also transformation or not. Okay, the data cleaning, aggregation, I'm sorry. The data cleaning, aggregation, final result, I will load into my Synapse. Got it. Why directly I cannot load into Synapse DB? Because Synapse is a warehouse. In the warehouse, you are keeping data into tables. Table has a lot of constraints, like primary key, foreign key, and a lot of index objects. If table has all these index objects at the time of loading, the data loading will be slower. That's why always I need some staging area. At the time of load, simply load should be happen in a faster. Simply, I dump the raw data into data lake, and then I will perform the cleaning. The cleaned data I will push into my warehouse. That in the warehouse, I don't keep entire data here, especially my Synapse. Because daily 5 terabyte is my volume, monthly 150 terabyte. Per year, it is crossing petabyte. For 8 months or 9 months, it is crossing a petabyte of data. Even Synapse cannot bear that much of volume. That's why the processed results, the two, recent history, not recent transaction, recent history, I will maintain into Synapse. Remaining all the data dump, data, what do you call, you can treat data lake as a your data go down. Understand? Your data store room, like that. I will keep all the things into that data lake. How much I require, I will fetch it, I will process it, I will load the result into Synapse. From the Synapse, but my manager cannot understand the Synapse results. My manager can understand visualizations. Using Power BI or Tableau, the visualization developers are connecting with Synapse DB, and then they provide visualization reports to my management. Understand? Now you are ADF developer. In this task, you are involving in 2 areas. What are those? You are involving into 2 areas. One is OLTP systems to data lake. Second phase, data cleansing. And third phase, transformations like aggregation, summary kind of transformations. And finally loading into the results you are loading into Synapse DB. From the Synapse DB, Power BI, Tableau, or any other visualization systems are connecting with Power that Synapse warehouse. They are visualizing the reports. Because your top level management don't check record by record what is happening. They don't touch all these Azure Data Engineer products. They see only visualizations. That too from their mobiles or their iPods, from their own places. Understand these points? But you are not Power BI developer. Power BI team is separate. Tableau team is separate. Before that, what data they need, you need to provision the data, being a data engineer. But challenges for you, always you are not only working with structured data, you will have to work with structured, unstructured, semi-structured, like NoSQL data. And also you need to Azure streaming developers are different. Azure streaming people are keep capturing the data and keep the data is coming into the data lake. So once data came to data lake, your work is started. Got it? In this way. So single shot, you cannot become expert in all these areas. First, part one, divide this data engineer as two parts, phase one and phase two. Phase one, ADF related. Phase two, Databricks and revenue. Of course, in ADF only, you will be understanding how to interact with Cosmos DB, how to extract it and how to load into that. Okay. Right, sir. Tomorrow onwards, we will be starting. Till now, in all these 3 days, we have discussed about 8 products of Azure Data Engineering. Tomorrow onwards, we are entering into the technical. Okay, tomorrow no theory, only practical part will be there. How to create your Azure resources and how to work with them, how to interact with them, we will see first practical. So tomorrow our agenda, how to create your blob storage account, how to convert blob storage into data lake storage Gen 2, and how to create Azure SQL, how to create ADF. These 3 phases we will see tomorrow. Okay, all of you, tomorrow also same time. And this recording, today's recording, I will share you into the groups. If you are not in group, please contact front office. Already yesterday and today's recording, I have shared in the chat, Zoom chat. Once again, for you, I will repost that. Okay, here it is not appearing. Just give me a time. 1 minute. This. I think already a copy. Let me check. Yes, sir, this is. So yesterday recordings and day before day, Monday and Tuesday recordings are available here. Check the Zoom chats. Okay, sir, all of you, let's meet tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time by 9:30. Same link, sir. Thank you very much.